Here's the greatest question in the history of news. Should playing the flute get you out of jail? Convicted cop killer and Black Panther Herman Bell thinks so. He's using the skill as evidence to show that he's a changed man in his fight for a fair parole trial.
Bell was convicted in the shooting deaths of officers Joseph Piagentini and Waverly Jones in 1971. But is this really the right time to be granting parole to a cop killer? Joining us now is former DOJ official J. Christian Adams. Good morning.
Morning.
So you read the articles about what happened in 1971. One of the officers, Jones, was shot in the head. Officer Piagentini was shot several times and was begging for his life. And now his killer is begging to be let out of prison because he has become such a good flautist behind bars.
Everything old is new again. Racists killing police officers just because they're police officers. You know, a lot of people forget that there was a real movement in this country in the early 70s, late 60s, this Black Panther, Black separatist movement that was openly targeting police officers. There was killing police officers. Kill the pig became a refrain, which you can now find on Twitter as it relates to Ferguson. So this guy probably deserved the death penalty in the 70s. He certainly does not deserve to be paroled in New York simply because he's learned to play the flute.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if he had had the death penalty, we wouldn't be having this debate in the first place. But on the other side of this argument is his attorney. He says, look, he's 67 years old. Herman Bell has consistently expressed profound remorse for his actions. The law may not entitle Mr. Bell to a parole release, but it does entitle him to a fair hearing before commissioners that apply the law. That is what we are seeking in court. What do you say to that?
Yeah, look, this is exactly the wrong time in America in 2015 to be releasing Black Panther cop killers. It would send exactly the wrong message to places like Ferguson, New York City, where the cops are under attack. You don't do it now. But this is nothing new, guys. Don't forget, Eric Holder has been springing aging hippie bombers from federal prison. Marilyn Buck, for example, was somebody a lot like this, a political anarchist, leftist, radical murderer who was in federal prison for killing people, and all of the academics, all of the left-wing people were writing letters to Holder, let her out, just like this letter, let her out, she's old, she's infirm, and sure enough, Holder let her out. So this is a growing trend where these aging hippie terrorists are now being sought to be released.
Do you think this cop killer is going to get out, Jay?
Well, you know what? It's New York, so anything's possible. You know, in some states like Virginia, they've gotten rid of parole. And so, but in New York, you know, who knows what could happen there. So it's probably a very favorable venue for a cop killer, unfortunately, to seek release.
Who knew that you could learn the flute in prison? I didn't. J. Christian Adams, former DOJ official. It's always great to see you here on Fox and Friends. Thanks.
You two guys, take care.
Thanks.